guys, welcome to our very first episode on I Choose Me, the podcast dedicated to the beautiful journey of self discovery, empowerment, and so on and so forth. And I'm gonna be your host, Precious Obasi, aka P Candy, and I'm going to be guide you on this, part on choosing oneself and discovering your inner power. As we continue on this episode, I hope you enjoy it and I hope you love every bit of it. So today will be the fundamental aspect of self-love. Yeah, and understanding the power of saying no, and you like knowing how to be able to say no, when to say no, how to say no, and when you know that, you can't take it anymore. And that's what this podcast is all about, exploring deeper part of us that we don't even know about, and breaking it down into the level of everyone understanding how to say no, when to say yes, when to step out of your comfort zone to make someone else happy, and when to choose your inner peace. So that's why we're here, to make sure that all this part, all this angle is touched, all this aspect of our journey is touched, and being able to know the boundaries, the act of self-love and self-care, and like we're going to shed more light on different aspects of that and make sure you understand what self-care is all about and what self-love is all about, and what the journey of choosing yourself, self-discovery and empowerment is all about. And that's what we are here for, and I hope you enjoy this journey with us. So I'll be explaining most of the things that will be taking place on this podcast as we start this journey, and I hope you stay tuned and enjoy it. Common for people to feel guilty when you don't show up for someone, or when someone asks you for something and it's contradicting with what you believe, or your peace of mind, or the things you think you can do. And in that case, you cannot feel guilty because you're not showing up for the person. But that's the thing, that's the beauty of the whole thing. It's all about you understanding that you self-love, self-discovery and self-empowerment. It's not being selfish. It's not selfish. It's you discovering what makes you happy, what keeps you going. How can what disturbs my inner peace? What makes me feel like I'm not happy? Which people am I around that when I'm around them I feel like my BP is on the roof? You understand? So this is the things we were going to be explaining on this podcast, and making you understand the fundamentals of knowing the right things to do for yourself. And before you put the second person in place, you put yourself in place. Talking on this podcast, how to create healthy boundaries, how to be able to create healthy boundaries whereby you are, the boundaries you create is healthy enough for you and no one gets to break it. We're going to explain those healthy and unhealthy boundaries on this podcast and everything you need to know. And we'll be having some guests over too to help us explain in a way where choosing themselves and discovering their inner power has helped them to this point, and how it has helped them to develop more about how to start identifying your values in this podcast, how to start identifying your values, identifying your needs, and how to be able to communicate them efficiently to others. To understand how to communicate them to you, and also how to practice self-awareness, and also help us to know the boundaries of fostering a healthy relationship with yourself and with others around you. So that's what the podcast is basically all about. Explain how the word no is a very vital component of self-love. I will be explaining it on this podcast, and how the word no, it doesn't mean you're bad or evil. It means how you choose to protect your inner peace. Honor to your boundaries, your self boundaries, also helps in preserving your well-being, and also helps to guide you to prioritize your own needs before others. And that's what basically we'll be talking about in this podcast. Whether you're seeking for guidance on your relationship, your self-love, on your career, mental health, just so that I Choose Me podcast is here for you. Yes, Like I said, it's here for you, and it's here to uplift, motivate, and guide you towards life. And where it comes to choosing yourself, it's ultimate act of encouragement for us to be here for you, to help you choose yourself every day. And that's what our podcast is all about. And I hope in this, as we start this journey, you're going to enjoy every part of it. And with all the guests we're going to have on this show, I hope you're happy every day to choose yourself. And I hope we help to inculcate that into you on how to choose yourself every day. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you. So see you on our first official episode on this podcast, and I hope you enjoy it. Bye.